welcome back to a new vlog. I just randomly decided to just start a vlog right here, right now. So it's Friday and I'm definitely gonna be taking this into the weekend. I think it's actually a long weekend as well. But right now what I'm doing is I just finished filming, so you'll probably recognize this top at least. I just finished filming a Lululemon haul video, so it's the video that's up right before this vlog. I'm uploading the footage right now just to check that it all looks good. It looks like it's still like processing though, so it's not finished uploading into Final Cut Pro. So I'm just waiting for this to wrap up and then we're gonna go change and then get things situated to leave because I actually have an appointment. I'm running late for it, but it's an appointment for my tattoo removal. I figured I owe you guys like a massive update on how that has been going. It is a long process. It's still ongoing. I can talk more about it in a little bit, but yeah. Ever since I said I was doing it and starting it, I'm still doing it on a regular cadence. Let's just say, make sure you really want that tattoo before you get it because it is a process, a very painful process at that, at getting tattoos removed. Long story with mine, that's for sure, but I got it when I was around 19 years old. It was never done right to begin with. My fault on that completely. Make sure you're researching your tattoo artist, guys, as well. You guys, I'm so mad. Okay, so I obviously drove to my, I want to say laser hair removal, my tattoo removal appointment, and they're closed. Apparently they had like some sort of flooding, and so they're getting that all squared away, cleaned up and everything, but like, I mean, could you have done a courtesy call letting me know that all appointments are canceled because I literally was rushing to get here this morning? That's so frustrating. So I left them a voicemail because I obviously like need to reschedule as well. So a little bit of a bummer because I wanted to bring you guys along for that, but I guess I'll bring you along the next time for that appointment. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about my tattoo removal experience so far and kind of like where it's at as well. Let me get a refresher and look back at my calendar. Okay. So I started my tattoo removal journey in February of last year, 2023, and so far I've had 5 sessions completed. You're supposed to wait somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks. I typically wait 8 weeks or a little bit longer between my sessions, and I can explain why I do so. But I have a tattoo on the back of my neck. I'll put it on the screen like what it looked like before. It was never a tattoo that I was 100% happy with. It wasn't done well to begin with, and sure, I could have just left it there for the rest of my life, but I wanted to remove it. I wanted to get rid of it. I don't think I necessarily knew like the extent of what I was signing up for when I wanted to get the tattoo removed. It is a very long process, guys. Like, there's so many factors that goes into how long it takes to remove a tattoo. I mean, it depends on like the type of pigment, how long you had it, your skin tone, like there's so many things about it. So for my tattoo specifically, it was pretty faded to begin with. It's just black ink that was used, and I've had it for over 10 years. So it was a little bit, I guess, easier of a tattoo remove, at least that's what they said, but it still is gonna take a really long time. So yes, I'm 5 sessions in. I'm almost at the year mark. If I went to the appointment today, it would have been my 6th session, but that's okay. But all in all, they say that it's probably gonna take upwards of 10 to 15 sessions and like a couple of years worth of effort here to get this fully removed because you have to wait so long in between the sessions and everything like that. It's also pretty expensive. However, the more you do it, like the more sessions, at least where I'm going, it's like a tiered model, so then it gets less expensive the more sessions I have. I don't remember exactly how much it is, just so I can give you guys like a reference, but I think it was about $150 per session. So $150 every single time I go in at a starting point, but then now I think I'm at $75 per session, and that's the lowest it's gonna go. So it's gonna be $75 for the next 10 sessions that I have. But I'll insert the clip now that Juan just recorded recorded of the current status of what my tattoo looks like. It has faded drastically. It is such in a good spot. The tattoo has taken really nicely to the laser, which is, I'm so happy about it. And the way that these lasers work, I'm no expert, but this is just from my understanding, is that it is attracted and it absorbs pigment. So it knows specifically to target the pigment versus like your skin. And then over the next 8 weeks or so, it starts to fade and it starts to be absorbed into your body and into your your bloodstream, I'm pretty sure. So it's not like when you get a tattoo and sometimes it takes a while to heal and there'll be like flaking of like pigment. It's not like that. It's kind of like the opposite. I guess it gets absorbed in and it fades that way. However, because of the pain how they treat it and how they like target the tattoo, is that there is definitely swelling. There can be blistering. I luckily haven't experienced that. Well, I guess I kind of did. It's in the back of my head, you guys, so it's really hard to like track it and monitor it. But there's been times, I think I have a picture of it. I'll include it here. I think this was my second or third session and it was just so red. It hurt so bad. And I had Quan take a look at it. He goes, no, it's fine. And then the next day it was like looking better and he admitted, he goes, yeah, I didn't want to tell you like how it looked because I was kind of nervous. I was like, you can't do that. But how that looked was completely normal. I even showed it to my technician like the next time I went in and she was happy about how my tattoo was responding to the laser. Since then though, I haven't had quite like that same experience. It is painful for the first day after, but then it pretty much feels fine after that. And what I mean by pain is that it just feels really hot and warm, very tender. There's slight like swelling to it and it just kind of feels like a bad sunburn in a way. It feels really nice to put like a cold compress on it, but that's pretty much it. It's amazing what you are willing to go through pain-wise to get rid of something, right? I don't regret it. I don't regret starting this process now. I'm really excited to see what it looks like at the end because they have told me that it's going to be completely gone, like it never even existed, no little remnants of even seeing it, which is so cool that that sort of technology exists today. What else am I forgetting? I guess like the pain of getting it removed. It's not enjoyable, but I guess it doesn't deter me enough from wanting to get it done. So I guess that's saying something. Some people say it feels like you're snapping rubber bands against your skin. I would say it feels like that, but maybe like a little bit more pain than that. They also can't numb it or put any creams on. So it's like they're doing the laser directly on your skin without it. So for that reason, she actually puts like this ice cold tube of air on my neck and like pretty much gets it frozen in a sense before doing the laser. So that way it is numb a little bit in a sense, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything that I wanted to mention about it. If you guys have any questions about it, definitely let me know and I can do my best to answer them. Of course, the next time that I do go, I will bring you along. I'll try to record a little bit or at least show you what it looks like directly after getting the session done. But if you guys want to see like the full complete result, I mean, you guys are gonna have to stick around for like another year because we got another year of sessions. More than that. Okay, so a year plus. Check back in and I can give you another update. No, but I'll try to have like more regular updates because I have gotten several messages from you guys throughout the month of like, hey, like what's the update? So maybe I'll try to do it like every 6 months or something like that. So that way I can at least have 2 to 3 sessions in between every single update to give you guys. But anyways, yay! I think it's time to give Gray her little cow. We still haven't given it to her since I showed it to you guys.
Baby, what's that?
What is that? What is this?
What is that?
What do you think? Sit. Down. Yeah, all the way. Down. Yes, good girl. Here you go. What do you think? Back to the bed. See, she's obsessed with toys. She loves all toys. I love the way that she reacts to toys. It's so cute. Yeah. We got a little Mexican for dinner tonight. It sounded so good, especially chips and salsa. My favorite food ever. It just hits the spot always. We're thinking it's gonna be a movie night. We really want to watch
The Holdovers?
The Holdovers. I was gonna say The Hangover, the leftover. Juan has been wanting to watch it for a few weeks now. And honestly, this is a long weekend. We have Monday off due to Martin Luther King Day. So I'm honestly thinking it's gonna be like a movie weekend. It's time for us to catch up on some movies. So like every night this weekend, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe not Monday. But you know what I mean? Like some good time to catch up on some movies.
No, and the weather is not helping. So.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't even mentioned that at all. It is freezing here. It is 17 degrees right now outside, and this whole weekend is gonna be just as cold. I think it's gonna get to like a high of like 25 degrees this weekend. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go out in it at all. Although I really want to go to Restoration Hardware, and I also want to go to Michael's because I'm thinking about doing like a craft project. But anyways, we can talk about that this weekend. But right, it's too cold to go outside. Do you want a Coke?
Yeah.
A Coke to share?
Huh. Huh.
A Coke for sharing. I guess it's time to take a break from reading now, right, Gray? It's been a couple of hours and I've been sitting here, and Juan walked over here and asked if I wanted to go to Restoration Hardware. So I guess now is as good a time as any. Otherwise, I'm gonna end up falling asleep and taking a little nap because I am cuddled up here with this heated blanket and it's just so cozy warm. I honestly kind of don't want to leave the house because it's like 20 degrees outside. It is absolutely freezing this weekend, but I really want to go to Restoration Hardware. We are trying to look for a new dining room table, and there is one that I really like from Restoration Hardware and I just want to take a look at it in person. And there's also like this bookcase that I was looking at for my office because, as I mentioned in my last vlog, I'm determined to finish designing my office completely in the next couple of months. So there's a bookcase that I want from there and I want to take a look at it in person, see if they have it at least, or at least look at like a wood swatch of it and make sure it goes with a rug that I was interested in. But anyways, I should probably go up and start to change and get ready for that. We'll probably have lunch over there as well. You can hear that Juan is playing a video game right now. But where Restoration Hardware is located, it's in University Village, and it's a cute like little village with like tons of other restaurants and stores and all like that sort of stuff. But it's like kind of like an outside mall like sort of a situation. So I need to dress super cozy warm, just given like how freaking freezing it is. But it's been so nice to sit here and read for the past couple of hours. I am also determined to finish this book this weekend. This is my goal. I want to read this much more. How much have I already read today? So I guess not much so far today. It's like 70 pages. The book is so good. I still feel like I like the second book more than this one. There's just like a lot of prep in this book, and I'm just like, give me action. Okay, I gotta go get ready, Greg. I need to get ready. What do you think of the really warm blanket? This heated blanket is like freaking wonders. It's amazing. This is the rug that I think I'm leaning towards going with in my office. And then this is the wood color of a bookshelf that I wanted to go with, but I wanted to confirm it in person. And I think that this looks really pretty with one another. And these are the different colors of dining room tables that we're looking at. So this one's out. You think this one's out? You're not liking it?
It's not that I'm not liking it. It's really hard
To envision it?
to envision it because it's a huge table.
Yes. It would be a bold change.
And I don't know if it's going to look like the sun.
It's
Because
definitely,
it's going to be a lot of wood of this color.
yes,
Like a lot.
yes.
Because
I'm aware
it's
of
a
that.
big table.
Yeah.
That worries me a little bit.
This
I've
would
seen
look
it.
good with either rug, but this would be like, we want to introduce a really dark vibe
Yeah.
to the house because the sideboard behind it is black, and you introduce a really dark brown. You can lighten it by having a light rug, and then we still have our white chairs. So it would still be the same as kind of like now, but our white chairs would just pop even more. And this rug is lighter than the rug we have now. So there would be a pop of color again, similar to a pop of a color of a table. It's just in a different way. I understand that the table is similar in color, but it's a different style. But I'm nervous that we're gonna spend that much money and it's gonna like be the same.
Well, you're spending the money to get a larger thing.
I know. To get a larger table, one that extends, which is exactly what we want, but I think I'm just trying to take this opportunity to also think, do we want to change the style? Since we've had that table for so many years, that do we just want to go for a different vibe? Back home and changed into my comfies that I had on earlier today. Immediately put my hair back up, but we picked up some cookies from Hello Robin. We ended up getting a half dozen and a whole bunch of different cookies. Here, let me open it. Oh, I'm so excited. So we got 2 chocolate chips, this like flourless chocolate one, a s'mores one, a brown sugar snickerdoodle. I don't remember which kind it was. And then an oatmeal chocolate chip, which is my favorite. I kind of want to make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies this weekend, babe. Oh yeah, because that was fresh. Yummy. We're gonna dig into that in a second, but I just grabbed out all of the swatches. So we ended up bringing home, like checking out 3 swatches. So this one is the same color as our current table. It's just a different dining room table style. So we wanted to see like how the texture and everything and the color like compares to our current table. And then this is if we wanted to go lighter, this would be the option. It's really fun trying to see it in our own lighting. This one has like some gray undertones and it's definitely more of like a neutral, cool tone wood color, which is really, really pretty. Or this one, a brown, if we wanted to go darker potentially. And then these rug swatches I showed in one of the last vlogs. They're from Crate and Barrel and I really love them. When we get the new dining room table, we're actually gonna get a bigger size. Sorry, it's really messy on top of it. So this is an 84-inch table and we usually have quite a bit of people over, like when we do have people over. So we want to extend it to a 96-inch table, but then get an extendable table on top of that. So like just the standard base size would be 96, and then if we wanted to put on some leaves and extend it further, we could. So that's kind of like the motivation behind why we want to get a new table. But it's like, if we're already gonna get a new table, let's get a different style, maybe even potentially another color. So we'll see what we end up doing, but let me know what color you guys kind of like more. I want to play with it here for a second. So what do you think about them now being at the house?
I think I like them all.
They're not bad.
They all work.
I was even also gonna go like this, like.
Yeah.
Well. Stop. I mean, it could probably even look really nice with this. That would just be really light tones all together. So we have this. Immediately video games?
We have less than half an hour until the game.
Okay, so babe, looking at this, like your initial thoughts now. Like kind of comparing it to the sideboard, to the lighting in our space. I mean, let's look at it in the daylight too. Like tomorrow when it's, because right now it's super dark.
I think all the colors work.
Okay.
I think I'm more between the tables,
The tables.
which table, and how the price is telling me what I don't know. I like both tables. I feel like the most expensive one, it has the right to be more expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
It's not like I feel like they are the same.
No, they're not the same.
But I like the other one. I really like it. And I can see it on that brown, and I think it would look like really well.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, what kind of vibe do we want to bring to this space? Do we want to keep it the same-ish? Do we want to lighten the space? Do we want to darken the space? Oh my gosh, Becky brought these home so that we kind of confirm what it looks like in our space, and we can kind of live with it for a few days, see if our thoughts and opinions and stuff change on it too. But that was a fun outing. Now I definitely need to get back to reading. I want to have a cookie, you know. Also, tell me why I keep buying books when I'm like so far away from reading them. Like, I have quite the to be read list right now, especially finishing A Court of Thorn and Roses series. And then I really want to get into like Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, you know. So I feel like I already have books until like February maybe, but I couldn't say no. I needed it, especially with now learning that a third book in this series is coming out at the end of this month. Like, I don't know. I have no words. So, to be read in like March. I already have them now. Couldn't say no. I also have the first book in the Throne of Glass, is that what it's called? Series on its way too. I can't keep up. There's too many books to read in too little time. Wow. So good, yeah? I heat it up in the microwave for like 10 seconds.
Makes sense.
Babe, this heated blanket is a game changer. It's so nice. I don't want to throw Lammy. Look what Gray already did to Lammy. We lost an ear. It took you what, 2 days? Why do you not respect Lammy? You want the ball instead? I don't want to throw Lammy. I don't want you to destroy Lammy. Okay. Hi. Do you want to grab it? Ready? Ready? She goes, you tricked me. We are gearing up to watch another movie. I'm holding myself to it, like I said yesterday. This is the weekend of movies. We haven't decided which one we are gonna watch. Babe, what is it between? I keep calling it like a Spain plane
Past
movie.
Lives or the Surviving in the Snow. I don't know.
I heard Fool Me Once is a really good show. The one that we were talking about, we should watch it. I mean, we have so many shows right now, but you know. Society of the Snow or Past Lives. Those are the two movies that we're thinking of watching. Babe, do you want to watch one more so than the other? But it's 8:30 right now. Juan is gonna have some dinner. I'm not like super hungry, but I am gonna have popcorn. We're gonna make popcorn and have that. Getting it out so you know. We're like prepped and ready to go. Can't forget the bowl. Woohoo! Oliver deserted us. He was down here cuddling with me, but then he went upstairs. He was like, peace, I'm out of here. Right? Where's your brother? Where is he? Why did he leave the fam? The fam hangout session. Drop it. What's up with all of the growling? You're so vicious. bedroom right now, and I am starting to gather all of my clothes that was either in like my office. Terrible at putting all of my clothes like on top of my dresser, and I'm just like gathering it all, putting it on my bed so that I can organize it. I really need to do this, and I want to get it done earlier rather than later today, so that way I can just like really enjoy the day. I feel like you guys know what I mean about that. So I have this pile right here. I have some stuff on my dresser, so I want this all to be cleaned and put away. And then I also have a ton of stuff just like in my closet. So I have all of this that I want to take care of as well. Hopefully you can hear me from here. So what I'd like to do is kind of put things into categories, things that I am going to want to hang up that go in that closet, maybe some dirty clothes that's mixed within this, put that in a separate category, and then things that are going to need to be folded and put in here. So we just need to organize. We need to organize. There we have it. The whole closet is all clean. This feels so good. I also decided to change because the sweater was getting really staticky and I wasn't feeling it. So I changed into like this long sleeve, lightweight turtleneck. It's cropped. Well, we'll see how backlit I am, but it's just like this cropped long sleeve. It's really comfortable. And then I have on the Lululemon Soft Stream. It's like the brown ones, you know, it's like kind of faded. I'm kind of vibing with like the gray and the brown combo. I don't know, I kind of like it. We're gonna go with it. I got my book and my little, what are these, like index tab things. And we need to continue reading. I think I only have like 200 pages left. Let's see how I do today. Got my phone. I'm gonna take these things downstairs. Time to make my matcha. I always eyeball everything, but I love honey to make it like sweeter, so instead of like sugar or something. And then I love cinnamon in it as well. That's what's in like this salt pepper shaker. Put a good amount in. Come over here to put some milk, some oat milk. You want to do about that much? I'm gonna froth it all together. Usually I put about like 8 in. So I used the matcha I got from Japan yesterday. Sometimes I like to treat myself to it like once a week because I'm trying to savor it right. But this is the one that I've been loving a lot lately. I'm still on the same pack that I got, like the first pack, but I'm almost done with it. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna move on to some of the other ones that I've opened and tried, like this really expensive one that's not that great, by the way. But I did really like Chamberlain coffee one, so maybe I'll move on to one of those two next. I feel like I do 2 heaping tablespoons. And then same with like my matcha measurement here. I don't really measure it like so precisely anymore. I mean, sometimes I do. I guess it just depends on the day. Get my strainer here. This makes a world of difference to make sure that you don't have any lumps in your matcha. I'll do that much. I still like making matcha like this way, more of like a traditional way, if you will, versus using that electric frother. This little liquid, it just kind of usually causes a huge mess, so I still prefer to do it this way with the Japanese whisk that you'll see here in a second. This matcha though, I've said it before, it just takes forever to sift through. I don't know why, but it's delicious, so it's worth it. And then this is the Japanese whisk. I just needed to have my matcha before I sit down and read. I already went over and like plugged in my heated blanket. It's still freezing. What temperature is it? I think it's around like 25 degrees right now. Get the milk mixture here and pour it all in. I guess I didn't really do it to the top today, but you know, it's fine. Get my glass straw here. Give it a good mix. This blanket is everything. Just give it a good taste here. So I'm gonna read for just like a little bit because it is almost lunchtime. I think we're gonna make some like burgers and like these little stacked potato things. It's gonna be really, really good. Sorry, Gray is trying to chew on her bone on the floor right there. If you're wondering what that noise is, okay, let's do this. Let's be aggressive today, Carissa. I just so desperately want to read the other books, like, so I want to finish this one and move on. You are so gross. Oh my god, you guys want to hear the most disgusting thing ever? Come here. Come here. Gray snuck upstairs and she's been up there for, I don't know, probably 20 minutes because I was over here reading. Juan was over there. Didn't realize. Juan came over here to see where Gray was, and Juan found her in Oliver's litter box, eating Oliver's poop. Are you the most disgusting dog ever? So now we need to clean her mouth. Good one. Trying to brush her teeth. I have a toothbrush, but I also have one of these things. Put on my finger. I don't even want to know what it looked like when Juan found her with poop hanging out of her mouth. I would have been so disgusted. Open up.
What a weirdo.
You're so weird. Juan said that he went upstairs and found her with a whole poop in her mouth. But I guess she dropped it when she was caught. Ugh. By far the most disgusting thing you've ever done, Gray. Okay, I'm almost done with the chapter, so I'm gonna finish reading a chapter, but Juan is starting, on that note, is starting on lunch. Do you wanna do like a potato each? So 2?
2 of the big ones?
Yeah. And he's gonna get started on washing, peeling, and then using, what's it called? The mandolin?
Yep.
To slice the potatoes really thinly. And then I'll show you guys how we make these like stacked potatoes. They're like really crispy and they're delicious. So here's all of the potatoes all sliced up. I have some cheddar cheese and Parmesan cheese in here. And then we're just gonna add all of the other seasonings. Everything is kind of like to taste and as much as you want. So here's like some salt, pepper, a lot of oregano, and thyme. More oregano than thyme. And then I'm cheating. I already have minced garlic. This is from Trader Joe's. So I'm just gonna do a tiny little spoonful. We usually like mix it all in with the potatoes at once, but sometimes it's hard to like get everything coated the way we want to. So we're doing it separately and then we're gonna pour the potatoes in. Sorry if the TV is like really loud. It's over there and well, I don't want to walk over and grab the remote. Football is on though, playoffs. Okay, added the melted butter. Mix this all together. So it looks kind of like that. So then you're gonna put all the potatoes in with it and then give it all a good little mix. Warm butter. I don't think so. I put a lot of cheese. Perfect. Okay, babe, I need your assistance. Can you move the muffin pan to be in frame? Or maybe okay, so this is the fun part. You're essentially just going to stack them.
You want cheese?
I was debating taking the whole thing. Okay, because you're making more than I thought. And then you're gonna cover it and put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 minutes to start. And then take off the cover, put it back in the oven for like another 5 minutes because then you just want the top of it to start to like toast and brown up a little bit, start to get like a little bit more crispy, but you want to leave it covered because you want the potatoes to cook in the inside. Babe, look how toasted they are. So we have our little avocado and onion mix to go on. And the best buns to get are the brioche style buns. Hands down, no question. And then I'm gonna put some pickles. And then top it off with some ketchup. Maybe I'll dip. Good morning. I'm spending the morning in bed. I think the last time that I've spent the morning in bed and like this much time in bed after waking up is before we got Gray, because I immediately get up and I go downstairs. But today, I don't know, something different about today. I feel like we're getting more comfortable with having Gray, and also Juan's playing video games downstairs, so I didn't want to like eat my breakfast while watching him play video games, so I just came back up here. And it's just so nice, and I feel like very necessary to just like have a slow start to the morning sometimes. And today's Monday, it's Martin Luther King Day, and it's a holiday, so there's no work today, and it's quite nice to have a really slow start to the day. So I was watching Real Housewives of Miami. I have been so into that show right now, but I'm on the previous season 5 right now, so I've kind of been like binge watching it and catching up a bit, which has been very nice. But then I saw that Breakpoint, there we go, just came out with a new season. That's the tennis like docu-series on Netflix. So good. I really like season 1. So I'm thinking I'm gonna watch episode 1 of the 2nd season right now, and then I will finally get out of bed, go downstairs and everything, because priorities. I stayed up, guys. I stayed up until 1:20 a.m. to finish reading this book. Oh my gosh. And so I need to go downstairs and get the 4th book, which is like that skinny one. I forget what it's called. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a really quick read before getting into, what's the last one? Like Silver Flames. I don't know, something like that. My thoughts on the book. I don't want to like give any spoilers or anything like that. I really liked it. I think I would rate it 4.5 stars. I definitely like A Court of Mist and Fury still more, but this one is really good. I think it's really informative. There's lots of world building in it. It's definitely like very fantasy, which is awesome. Lots more like character building, and yeah, I think in that regard it's really good. I think the cons to it for me personally is that I feel like it was less romance in this book compared to the second one. It also had like a lot of downtime while they were planning for things. I also didn't necessarily like the way that Feyre was portrayed towards the end. And I feel like saying it that way, that makes it sound really negative, but I'm trying not to give any spoilers away. It's not negative in any regard. It's just that she's such a badass, and I think I just wanted a little bit more from her at the end. But anyway, I updated my Goodreads, which is always fun to do, like immediately after reading a book. You're like, yep, I finished this book. It's already 2 done for the year, which I'm really proud of and happy with that. So let's move on to my 3rd book, which is the 4th book in ACOTAR. And it's like, I was so excited to like be done with that book so that I can move on, but it's like the further I move in the series, I'm like, it's almost over. I really hold this series so dear to my heart right now. But let's see how the other 2 books go. Okay. Let's get Netflix on and start to watch Breakpoint. Watch episode. Yee! Okay, it's time to put this book back home in favor of the next in the series, A Court of Frost and Starlight. Oof, I'm excited for this one. It's going to be a quick read. Put you home. I love annotating, by the way. It has been really fun. I wish I did it for the first one, but you know, it's fine. Maybe it's a chance to reread it. Can't wait to get into this one though. This one is going to be a beast. And then I already have more of these index tabs ready to go. I picked this color because I thought it'd be a nice little complement to that one. Got my magnetic bookmark. Okay, we're ready to go.